y'all. Hey Scorpio, it's your girl JV, High Priestess. No, I don't have a J roll because I just got done flowing my ass off and I didn't feel like rolling one. And welcome to Leo season, where it's time for you to do what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon is getting everything first at patreon.com/justjeverything. For daily tarot readings, my Instagram, justj_everything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Now, Scorpio, the key to you conquering Leo season, mastering Leo season, having some fucking breakthroughs, breaking through the energy is moving your fucking body. Physical movement, and not just like, oh, I'm working so I'm on my feet. No. Physical movement that you intend to do. Find yourself a flow, yoga, a flow art, something. It's time for you to move your body. That is the way to process your emotions. Splitting the deck is the King of Cups and the Three of Swords. The King of Cups is masterful of his emotions, but with the Kings come a calcification. Because of his responsibility, and some you guys may be dealing with financial responsibility, taking on trying to handle your emotions while also handle your finances and do a lot of make big money moves. That could be a thing. But there is this need for you to don't let the callus take root, don't let it take hold. There is this need for you to allow yourself to, with water needs to flow. So you need to be expressing yourself and communicating about your feelings with someone that you trust on a regular basis so that your emotions can properly flow. And astrologically, it's just kind of set up to be a really angsty, intense time for you, more so than usual. And that's because, Pluto is still retrograde in Capricorn, and you're still wrestling, with whatever is your own personal hell. I have a lot of notes that I want to get to, so I'm not going to fuck around. So this isn't super long. You're still resolving whatever is your own personal hell. On July 17th, the sun opposes Pluto. That already happened, and it's been fucking intense. Confidence, but it may have also given you the confidence to fight to heal yourself. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. It's an intense time for you guys, and you're really seeing the truth about yourself and your habits and how to improve yourself. So there's definitely karmic habits, ancestral lineage, your patterns, your fears coming up. Your pain, physical pain, emotional pain will be coming up. It needs to be dealt with. And for some of you, Mars is here in Leo for a good little while, and you have what you need to break through this. You have what you need to cut through it. And there is something about your personal impotence, reacting to what feels like when you feel helpless. There is a new way to respond to that, and no more self-flagellation and terrible self-talk is what I wrote. New healing patterns are able to be researched, discovered, and implemented. Then on the 29th of July, Mars is going into Virgo. And you'll start to get real about progressing forward. Things will start to get practical, be really obvious about what to do. And you get into workhorse mode, which is necessary, I feel like, at this point. And self-satisfaction deepens because of that workhorse mode. And just because you're a workhorse doesn't mean you don't take care of yourself. It doesn't mean that your self-love or your self-care slacks off. There is just shit to do and shit to get done. but you've got to be able to find that balance to maintain and sustain this workhorse mode that you're going to want to get into. So that's why I'm giving you this heads up. But I did write your self-satisfaction deepens, and that's really important. On August 11th, Mars in Virgo will be squaring the North Node. And so there is something about ambition versus practicality versus your purpose. And it feels like an opportunity to make something out of a hardship, make something like it, to like bear an opportunity from a hardship. A blessing kind of cloaked in crisis type of thing. You seeing, you understanding, you being able to like do something about it, having options. And honestly, all the aspects after that just help you rise up to really prepare for Virgo season. So I want to dive into the reading. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale deeply. So we are asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2021. I'm telling you, moving your body is so important. Hydrate. Hydrate. Stretching, I also feel like is a big thing for everybody, but especially for you. You're needing to, some of you are having a really hard time expressing yourself, and so that's how those emotions get stagnant. Water gets moldy when it doesn't move, and so you are needing to flow. You are needing to find balance. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2021. First card is the Devil reversed. I'm telling you, you guys have access to freedom. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, and this sun, that sun opposition, it's still happening right now. The sun is still opposed Pluto right in Capricorn right now. And there is freedom from an old cycle, freedom from addiction, freedom from pain, freedom from something that's overpowered you or had its hold on you. There is freedom that comes in, and it followed by the Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. And it comes by way, it's something, you guys have been praying for something, have been asking for something, have been researching something. You've been in recovery. Some of you have put in a lot of work. Some of you are really tired. Some of you have done your shadow work. You're really like diving in. I'm telling you, the sun illuminates. That opposition is going to bring all of the restrictions, all of your personal limitations, all of the things that have like kept you stagnant. I also feel like some of you, there may be somebody with heavy Capricorn or Aquarius placements that the relationship is done with, or you are like, you find freedom from, or you are breaking free of, or have someone maybe has left, and you're needing to really recover. You're needing to like, some of you I feel like are also breaking free of addictions or breaking free of hardships, things that you've bound yourself to, things that you entered into and you weren't ready for, or something like bedeviled you, something has put you in a position where you're needing to really find a new mental foundation, create a new mental foundation for yourself. And whenever you do, allow yourself to recover. Don't just jump into something else. Allow yourself to recover. Heal. For those of you who are just out of a relationship, it's like, don't just jump into something else. There is this need to allow yourself to really think on what is your new version of happiness and freedom and success. What is this? And also, those of you, regardless of your marital status, it's like, you acquire a new kind of freedom from something that has kept you bound. And some of you are going to, if you haven't already, you're really needing to put into the work to meditate, to get quiet, to hear your thoughts, to think your thoughts, feel your feelings. So you can, and also when you get quiet and there aren't all these distractions around you, it's going to help you see like, oh shit, I had this idealistic version in my head of how something was supposed to be, or how love was supposed to be, or how my career was supposed to go, or how this was supposed to feel. And it feels like the end of confusion. Some of you, there is definitely somebody with substance abuse issues. This could be like an eating disorder, or a pills, or like the end of a fantasy. I feel like some of you have been like, had this fantasy in your head about how love was supposed to go, and there's too many emotional doors open. Some of you, your addiction has been like relationships or connections to people. And there's got to be this point where I feel like you acknowledge that your emotional habits have got to end and have got to change. All the doors that you have open need to be closed so that you can experience a new chapter in a new emotional chapter, and a new chapter in how you partner, how you pair, the kind of person that you choose to be with. There is something, and also some of you, I feel like you're already with your person, and you are breaking out of like breaking free of attachment. Some of you, there's like, you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys have been attached to each other, and now you're really getting to, whenever you lean into your individuality, you really get to experience a different kind of togetherness, because 1 and 1 make 2. This codependent shit isn't going to like fly for much longer. It's like, once the deeper that you get to know yourself, which you have to get quiet to do that, the deeper that you know yourself, the deeper that you come in contact with your autonomy and your sovereignty and your personal power, Scorpio. And so, yes, something may be over with somebody that has heavy Capricorn, Aquarius placements. There may be a shift in a job. There also may be shift in your personal power. You may be feeling kind of powerless in some way, but you get freedom from that. I feel like you guys are really coming out of something. And we'll definitely dive into it in the plunge. I'm excited to clarify that Devil reversed. But there is a need. First things first. This is the most important part of the reading so far. Fuck the 10 of Cups. You don't get the 10 of Cups until you figure out how to be like cool on your own and alone in your thoughts. And figuring out how to self-soothe, how to self-heal. That's why this retrograde is happening. This Pluto retrograde is happening in Capricorn, but also while Mars is so happy in Leo, it's giving you like the energy just is like this perfect balance of like, okay, let's talk about all this fucked up shit. Let's think about all this fucked up shit. Let's feel all of this, but it's not going to fucking kill you. It's not going to take you out. It's not going to like drain you and suck you because Mars is in Leo and you're being divinely sustained. The response to all of this ickiness that's coming out, the response is introversion, introspection, going inward, establishing a sacred and safe place in yourself. You are home. You've got to start feeling like your body is your home. You don't need a physical structure to be home. And once you feel really recovered and stable within yourself, then the 10 of Cups comes along and you really start to experience fulfillment in a new way. Some of you may have been praying for a house, or some of you may have been really working on your house and there's completion in regards to like a new space or a new home. If you are in the process of moving, like make sure that you're really logical about it. Try not to, and prepare yourself. Don't do shit last minute. I also feel like some of you are in a place where you are doing something in the real estate industry, or thinking about going into the real estate industry or something, or mortgage or loans, and there's fulfillment that's coming in there. There's fulfillment coming to your spirituality, to your connections. All right. Last two cards for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. God dang it. Okay. Six of Wands. The Tower. I can't take all these, but they want me to. Six of Wands, Tower, Death, High Priestess. Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're being humbled, babe. In Leo season, it's time to start anew. It's time to really you're getting the opportunity to reinvent yourself because you have broken free from some sort of restriction or something that bound you, some sort of addiction, some maybe even jealousy, anger, infidelity, or whatever it was. I feel like you break free. And in that newfound freedom, you're needing to develop yourself and invest in yourself, invest in your skills, invest in learning more about yourself, invest in a new business or starting something new, maybe going back to school. There also may be somebody like a new level of friendship, maybe you get to be friends with this Capricorn, possibly. There is this need to still, the most important thing is the Four of Swords. That's the homework. It's like, it's time to allow yourself to, regardless of if you're in a relationship or not, it's time to give yourself this space and individuality so that you can usher in the Ten of Cups. And when the Ten of Cups comes in, and once you're feeling really fulfilled, there's a lot of public success and recognition. You feeling like people noticing the change in your demeanor, people noticing the change in your energy levels. And that's because Mars gets to get in motion. When Mars goes into Virgo, you really get to come into yourself. And you coming into yourself is you mastering all of this fear, all of these changes, all of this things that you find. You go from the Four of Swords, and you really, really get empowered in a new way. And that empowerment levels you up from the Four of Swords to the High Priestess, where like you're really trusting your intuition, you're trusting yourself in a different level. And it's so important. By the time you get to Virgo season, you're going to be able to make choices, and making choices by way of like your spiritual alignment, not based on what you see with your physical eyes. You actually really trusting yourself in a different level, your spirituality elevating. And for some of you, this newfound success, this Ten of Cups, not everybody's going to be like happy to see you happy. And now I feel like, honestly, with this Tower, it doesn't feel bad at all. It feels like you figuring out how to rise, how to like activate your inner phoenix, and like learning how to rise from your personal ashes. And it feels like you learning how to accept the death so that you can have the rebirth. And your rebirth looks like you coming out as really, really strong and independent, no matter what crumbles. Like in this new this new emotional cycle, for some of you, yeah, it's a relationship. For some of you, no, it's a breakup. And you get to be okay. You get to be just fucking okay. Because the Tower comes in when anything is built or something is built on a shitty foundation. And look at you, marching out stronger, letting everything crumble. And it putting you in a position where you get here. I'm telling you, the Tower is worth you acquiring this status. You've already faced your devil. You've already looked at it. You already know you're getting this freedom. So it's like, you're not afraid. Don't be afraid of the spirit world. Don't be afraid of the change. You're going there anyway. I love you. Let's get into it. Whew. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.